there on Sitco. So wards are important, but don't risk your life for them. Basically, that's what it is.
Okay, here we go. Hotshot is going to be ganked now. He does not have flash, so he's going to be taking lots of damage. Absolutely zero gold. Oh, he's going to teleport out.
Yep, he is
Oh,
gonna teleport out. He is
that's
very
funny.
smart play from Hotshot. He's like,
He's
yeah,
like, yeah.
you guys don't have any stuns, no interrupts. I'll just take my time and teleport out of here.
That's actually a really smart play by him because, I mean, while he does lose his tower, he would have lost the tower if he died anyway, so he's like,
exactly.
I'm just going to save myself.
Yep, it saved my stacks most of all. That will take some time to get back.
That's true. That's very true. He did save his stacks. Now he has a frozen heart. That's going to be doing a really good job versus the two attack speed buffs from Nunu and Warwick. That's a huge thing that I was talking about earlier, is how they can both attack speed buff them. Oh, here we go. Corky going to get jumped onto by the Nocturne. They did have a ward on him. He's definitely going to go down very quickly. Gets melted. Didn't even have to use ultimate. Yeah.
That is why you don't just randomly blue pill in a place like this. I mean, you're safe enough in the bushes, but these bushes, that's a standard location for wards, right?
Yeah.
So you always assume the worst. That's basically how this game is played. Always assume the worst. And in that case, that would have been, you know, like, there's probably a ward in here, and Nocturne is probably around.
That was a really good job on them having that ward there and having Colby know that, hey, this is a good time to initiate. I'm going to be able to pick him up for the kill. So that was good.
And that's the equalizer there. Hotshot picking up the top turret himself.
Very nice.
It's now 2-4 actually. 4 kills for CLG and 2 for Unrestricted. And Nunu is going to go ahead and start the Dragon. He knows that Hotshot is top lane. Their top lane is not there. And very timely, very timely clairvoyance. And yes, absolutely, you're totally right. The teleport is down. They know that as well. Now, GG is coming in position, but Mordekaiser and Corky are coming too, and they cannot pick a 5v4 here.
Oh, there's
They're
Arrow.
going to try to steal
not able to pick it up. That was close.
Yes, they actually, they saved that, and yes, they managed to prevent the Dragon from being stolen right there.
That was a good job, but a little bit of damage going on top lane. I don't think he's going to be able to take it. He does hardly any damage. However, he's going to get a little under half, which is pretty good.
Okay, so Corky can actually put him down. Hold on 1 second, Colby. I'll be back in just 1 moment.
That's fine. Go ahead. So I'll just continue on here. Lepocket's going to go ahead and pick up his blue buff. He is now doubled up on those, and he's doing okay. He's got a Negatron cloak built up and about to have that Banshees going on. That should help him quite a bit. Let's say if an Ashero comes in and catches him, or if anything else, to be honest with you. Mainly the Ashero. That's going to be the huge thing as far as what you want to block from this team. Now, on the other hand, Colby, if he does do his ultimate to initiate on somebody else, that will actually destroy any Banshee spells that their team has, which is an interesting thing to note. There could be some kind of synergy. I don't know if we're going to see anything happen like that where he ults just to get rid of Banshees and then Ash shoots an arrow or something, but who knows, we could see something like that. That'd be interesting.
Okay, I am back. Nunu is putting some pressure there on Big Fat GG. He has to flash out of the absolute zero. Good flash there. It would have probably been low enough for Mordekaiser to pick him up with an ultimate afterwards. So, good flash. Bot turret maybe going down there as well. Oh, barely lived with 79 HP.
Yeah, I almost feel like they should have just went for it, but yeah, they didn't want to get ulted by Warwick, so...
Yeah, exactly. And there is a Corky around who has a mana.
Oh, there it is. There's the initiate onto Chelsea. He's getting lots of damage taken on. He's going to die to that ignite most likely. Yeah, there it is. And here's Nocturne trying to put the ultimate down on Night Jackie. Not really going to save anyone. I think he was actually trying to save Sona by making them lose division, but they're too close.
Wow, a defensive ultimate there for Big Fat GG. He's coming in from the forest right now.
He's gonna,
getting super low. He is ignited, but he is gonna be alright. Yes, he's gonna be fine. Nice job there from the Soraka, and that was a good defense from GG2. Could not quite pick up a kill, so we have equalized the score to 4-4 right now, while Mordekaiser and Hotshot are now going at the mid lane. It just looks too funny that these two big bruisers hitting each other, hardly doing any damage to each other. Yeah, it's actually a Crystal Scepter what he built, so that makes sense. A little bit of slow. It's Mordekaiser, that utility that he doesn't have in his core kit, so that's definitely not a bad move at all.
That'll help him if he does do an engage on somebody to just keep them from getting out of a fight. And this is going to be bad if Hotshot is able to get him low enough. Well, I don't know. Kobe's already got his ultimate used. But there's an Ash Arrow. Will we be able to follow up on this? I don't know. Yep, there it is.
Sitko is definitely going down there. The Ash Arrow held him in place just long enough for the Fear Leash to come in as well, and then with the ultimate from Hotshot, that was enough damage to just take him down there. So that was good play from Hotshot, staying in there even though he was losing the 1v1, knowing that his team was going to be in position any moment. It was probably a call on voice chat saying, oh, I'm going to arrow mid in just a second.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense, and they almost took the tower. Nightjacket was able to do so much damage, just killing the creeps and damaging them at the same time with the AoE from his rockets. That's one thing that Corky has going for him, is he just does so much damage and an AoE with those rockets that he can push you off of his towers. He's such a great mid-game champion, dude.
Corky is a little bit OP at the moment, I would say.
He's been OP for a long time, but it's just that a lot of people don't play him as well. But I mean, in high level, whoever plays Corky is good.
One of the problems with Corky is that it's very, very hard to itemize against him. He does so much magic damage on top of his AD that you can't just say, oh, it's Corky, I'm gonna go armor and I'm gonna be fine. No, you're not gonna be fine, because he will have magic damage from so many of his spells, and yeah, you're still gonna suffer a lot through him. We are gonna change a little bit about Corky in that we are soon going to make his Q, I believe we're gonna touch his Q a little bit. We're gonna give it a different sort of utility. I'm not sure if I should reveal the details yet, but there's going to be a little touch to his Q. It's not going to be a straight up nerf. It's going to open up other avenues for gameplay, but it's going to make the Q less frustrating to fight against. And currently, the Q is one of the most frustrating spells to fight against because it's this random blind, right?
Right.
There's a 30% chance that you may miss your next attack, and like,
yeah, a lot of people don't think about that when they're attacking. They're like, they just, oh, it's damage, but you don't actually think, hey, I'm going to miss.
Nunu in super aggressive position. They're getting interrupted right away. A double heal from Soraka is not enough to keep him alive through the very well-placed Rumble ulti there. That was a very aggressive play from Nunu, and I don't think that was a good idea at all. He was kind of getting them into the absolute zero, but who was going to follow up on it? Corky? Mordekaiser?
Yeah, I don't know. It's sad because he almost got it off, but Colby was able to fear him. I feel like he should have canceled it a little early so it actually did a little damage.
Hotshot now gonna be fighting against that Corky. I mean, he should have his teleport back, so if he doesn't want to take the fight, he could just teleport out again.
Yeah, they just got 2 turrets from that, though, because he picked up the top one and they got mid at the same time. I think the CLG is doing a really good job at this point, pushing all these towers down. If you notice, we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 towers, and it's to the 1 tower. 3 tower lead is such a huge amount. I've already got, I haven't bought a Doran's blade, but I've got 1,265 gold, so let me buy a Doran's.
I actually bought lots of Dorans to stay alive, so I can give you my money, but it's a lot actually. I think we may still be leading because of that. We had a dragon, at least one that we picked up. Yeah, we had 1 dragon. Yes.
You had 1 dragon, but I know the inner turrets are worth a little bit more, so it could be fairly even.
150. Yeah, it should be even actually. It should be even at the moment.
Oh, there's a bad ultimate, not really hitting anyone. And here comes Colby coming in. He's going to get a lot of damage taken on him. I think he's actually going to die here from that ignite, unless that heal goes down. Yeah, he is going to go down.
And Hotshot now in the front, being a real tank, being in the face of the enemy, doing good damage against Nunu. Nunu falling as well. Sitko needs to be very careful right now. He has not put his ultimate down yet that I can see. No, it's actually down. Corky getting blown up in the air there. A nice air shot there. There's the ultimate actually on GG. So that was a good ultimate, forcing GG to withdraw from the fight, but it still was not enough. The rest of the team could do enough damage. And there is a very nice speed up from Sona. That means Sitko is going to go down as well. Yeah, well, that was a nice clairvoyance. They knew exactly where he was going to be, and there's nothing he can do. Especially with Sona on your team, I just saw that she was just speed boosting the entire team there. Mordekaiser was not going to get away, Ashe ulti or not.
Yeah, and there's the dragon. That was such a great... their team has so much initiate because you've got... that. It's funny because usually when you have an Ashe on the team, that's your sole source of initiation. But in this case, they had the Nocturne jump in and force them to turn around and fight. And then Ashe wasn't even... She didn't have to use her arrow, so therefore she was able to pick up a kill there later on with it, which is pretty interesting.
And the Rumble ultimate, that was, I mean, they wasted it as well, but it's a great initiation tool in general as well. This was just a case of Hotshot going in there in the middle of them, posing enormous amounts of threat, even taking Nunu out of the fight with a bite. That I didn't even mean to rhyme, it just happened. Yeah, that was just a great positioning play by them, and the enemy team, I don't see where the damage is supposed to be coming from. Corky does not have his Trinity Force finish at the 30-minute mark. That is super, super late. Warwick, yeah, I guess he has his wit's end, so that's not the worst thing in the world, and he's building the Blood Razor right now, and he doesn't have it yet. 171 AP on Mordekaiser, but the reason why Mordekaiser is so OP when you build him AP is not because he has a very high damage output, but because he has that sustain. And that's just not going to help you that much in a team fight, you know? You are just going to cast your spells once or twice and maybe put your ulti on someone, but the 170 AP is just not going to have that much of an impact.
It won't, and usually the more damaging Mordekaiser build is when you actually go for that Gunblade, because you have the scaling on both your attack damage and your ability power, so that's what gives the damage Mordekaiser build. This one is more of the utility Mordekaiser build.
Yeah, he will stay alive in a normal non-team fight situation, and he will slow you as well. So generally, he has that ult as well. So if you have somebody being focused, you can just turn him into a ghost. And if you actually get like a Cho'Gath ghost in a fight like this, it's gonna be a massive advantage, of course.
The thing that I would have liked to have seen is if they took Colby really low. He really needed to ultimate the Nocturne, because the Nocturne is going to be a great ghost to have. He tried instead to ultimate Rumble, which he can't kill Rumble. He's got a shield, and they had the Sona heal him up. So
well, they forced Rumble at least out of the fight, so Rumble couldn't use his Flame Splitter 24/7. Because if Rumble had stayed in the fight with that ghost is about the best target you can put over somebody's head. And oh, it looks like they're gonna get split up right here. Mordekaiser has to go to the...
There's a great Rumble!
Soraka taking a lot of damage from that one. Now Hotshot going in for a perfect knock-up there on Lapaka as well. Lapaka channeling absolute zero, but it's not gonna do any damage to Hotshot, who's just happily standing that Nocturne ultimate right now. I see another Rupture going on. There we have everything again, and actually Corki managed to get out of the fight. Colby needs to be careful now. It's super low. Colby dies, so we have a Colby ghost. This is going to turn the fight around. Big fat GG being focused by the Colby ghost as well. Just like you said, that ghost is super powerful, and they did exactly the right thing there. Hotshot now has to run Pop-Ult that can do a lot of damage to him with his Qs. Unfortunately, Corki doesn't quite get in range, and Hotshot is going to withdraw from this with the Force of Nature running very quickly. But you know what? No one died on my team. No one died.
No one died, and they've got a Baron set up here. They want to take this. I don't know if Jasper used her arrow yet. I think that he... Let me look. Yeah, he did use his arrow. So all the ultimates are now down except for Hotshots.
Hotshot can actually, yeah, he can just Mordekaiser there. Oh, he did use it, okay.
Yeah, I don't know who he used it on, but...
Alright. Oh, Corki is in a very...
Oh, Corki! Oh, getting picked up by elements there. And elements with doesn't be careful that.
Yeah. And Element's actually gonna go down as well.
Oh, he's gonna go down in the next cube.
So much damage, and now it's Hotshot by himself, and they can actually go back as long as they have a Warwick and a Soraka. They can take this Baron with 3. I mean, you wouldn't believe it, but as long as Hotshot is around,
yeah, they're gonna be, because Hotshot is such a huge deal right now. That's why he's just standing there taking all this damage. He's got a Frozen Heart, Force of Nature with 3,000 HP. I mean, what are you gonna do? Look at this. Look at how... Oh, wow, this could be bad, though. He just got ulted.
Yeah, he did get ulted, but I believe...
No, he's actually gaining health. He's actually gaining...
Force of Nature. Force of Nature.
Force of Nature, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately they didn't go for Baron, but it was probably the right decision because Rumble and Nocturne were just around the corner, and between them they could have killed this easily. But I like this. This was almost a comeback for Team Unrestricted right here.
That was a really great fight on their part, and yeah, they ulted the Nocturne, and that turned things around quite well.
So you should be making the calls there on Team Unrestricted. clearly, you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that it's good. Like I said, they didn't go for Baron. The Hotshot would have definitely shut them down and killed them, and might have even taken it if they had tried to stay there any longer.
I find it interesting that Soraka is building pretty much pure AP with the Cage's lucky picks there, so the heals are not going to be too bad at all with 100 AP right now. Pretty good scaling on those heals.
But that's the thing about Soraka is, like, you can build her as more of a tanky Soraka, and that's okay early game, but once you get into the later game, she's going to be so terribly useless without big heals. So it's good that she went for the 3 Cages lucky picks, or Kage.
Ooh, CLG are actually going for Baron right here. We have the ward. Yeah, they're probably going to... No, they're actually resetting on the Desert Option ultimate. Take it away, Colby.
No, Colby, no, what are you doing? He just initiated onto Sidco, did absolutely no damage, and gave away his ghost. This is going to be bad for CLG, giving that ghost to Sidco.
But Hotshot here alone against 3 people and actually killing them.
Oh, he got the oracles. That's good.
Yeah.
And then Ash is doing a great job. She's keeping Sidco low.
He's actually built a Wit's End as well on the Cho'Gath. I have not seen that one before.
Yeah, so if you notice, he actually held 3 of them out of the fight. The only person who was doing the real damage was this Mordekaiser, who's now... he actually teleported out. He got out of that fight. But that's okay, because Ash, if you notice, top She is going to go ahead and push that tower down. I don't guess that Hotshot has teleport. Otherwise, I feel like he should have went up there. Instead, he's going to go ahead and push down this middle tower. And I think that right now, Hotshot is the star of this team. He's been so tanky that they don't have an answer for it.
Yeah, the Mudbrid's Blood Razor is exactly what you would need there. He has finished building that.
Dodging that.
Oh,
but he's gonna die.
Oh, yeah, Nunu is dead. That was very, very silly of him to just go up through the forest when he didn't know what the enemy where the enemy was. And Hotshot is actually almost fully built. He has a Philo Stone and a Heart of Gold that he can sell or build into something still, but he has double potions and he is just gonna be completely unkillable.
He's right behind Mordekaiser in CS. However, he's 4-0, just 1 kill under or over Mordekaiser. So Mordekaiser, I mean, he's pretty built up as well. It just feels like he's not as big of a threat right now as Hotshot has been. He's doing a good job by taking out the knock. I feel like Colby's not making the best jumps in. Like that last fight, he jumped in onto Mordekaiser, and looks like the Baron will go down. Who's gonna get it? Probably CLG.
Yep, CLG picked it up there. Soraka tried to steal it with an E.
No,
that was
that's
a little
terrible. Soraka can't steal Baron. What was she thinking?
She was trying it, and that's definitely a dead Colby right here, and that's a dead Warwick as well. And I think that's GG right here. It's probably going to be a surrender vote coming very soon. I don't see it popping up on my screen quite yet, but there's no way for unrestricted.
Yeah, I feel like that was hey guys, the game's over. Let's just jump in and
let's just try. I mean, to be fair, if that had actually worked, that would have been the most heroic Soraka in the history of League of Legends.
I know, right? I would have given her props. I would have to bake her a cake or something like that.
Yep. And Hotshot just too happy tanking the third here. He's gonna be healed up. Well, actually Soraka is completely out of mana now, but they take the inhibitor, no problem. And they're actually transitioning top. Yep. 2 of Team Unrestricted are still down, Corky and Warwick, so they are completely safe here, taking the top third as well. LP actually tanking third.
Yeah, they're just switching out the tank there, that's funny.
Yeah, doesn't really matter, they have the inhib there as well, and they are very, very merciless here. They know that they have the advantage and they're pushing it.
2 inhibitors, that's going to be really difficult to come back from. Well, it's going to be difficult to come back from even if they didn't get those 2 inhibitors, but CLG is so far ahead right now, and again, Hotshot, I mean, he's already built up fully. He had 2 pots, but they just wore off. He's got tons of money. Such a huge threat.
Well, as I always like to say in a situation like this to my team, don't worry, he is full inventory. He's not gonna get any stronger. Which is, usually doesn't really help that much.
Doesn't really help that much, because being able to not get any stronger means you are pretty damn strong. So.
Exactly. Interesting that we still don't see a death cap on the Mordekaiser. Well, it does make sense. Like I said, the ratios aren't that great. The Void Staff is probably in the end going to give him more damage than a death cap here. Because, he wants to be able to put his Ghost on some of the beefier members of Team CLG as well. And yeah, that Magic Pan is just going to be necessary if he ever wants to have any hope at all of actually killing Cho'Gath, which I don't know that he has, but...
Yeah, I mean, he could be ghosting Ashe. That would be nice. I feel like she's put herself in such a good position every fight that he hasn't been able to, and that's probably why he's been going for the other team. Well, been going for Colby mostly. However, yeah, Colby does now have 132 magic resist, so if he's going to continue putting that ghost onto Colby, that makes sense.
Yep. Warwick trying to push Hotshot GG back there. They still have Baron buff, so they can fight easily.
No, Sinko getting initiated. A great ultimate. Oh my goodness, that hit all of their team, and they're still standing in it. Nijaki gets knocked up, but he will get out alive. Oh, but not Nunu. No, Nunu gets destroyed, and this tower will go down. Element's going to tank it.
And that is the surrender vote right there, obviously. That
CLG. Okay, so Element's decided to flash in and kill that creep with his ultimate.
Yep, so that is game 1 going to CLG right here. What's on the line, Colby? What's the amount of money that these teams come in here?
So if CLG wins the next game, they will take home $2,400.
Wow.
Split between their teams, so that's like 460 or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, that's not too bad for pocket money, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. That'll give you some good stuff for sure. But Unrestricted not out of it completely. I do feel like they got a little bit played there. CLG swapping them around on the lanes, and then Hotshot got so strong. He was left to freeform the whole game, and I don't know. There was just not much they can do about it. And then the Soraka, I mean, she was just being Soraka. I feel like maybe that wasn't the best support pick for this.